What's up, confessors? I'm still a little sick. Y'all know I'm a little bit more animated when I first greet y'all, and I'm sorry. But y'all, we are here to talk about episode 2 and 3 of Martha's Vineyard because episode 4 comes on tonight, and I'm trying to keep caught up. I apologize for the delay, but I was sick last Sunday. As you see, I still am. But we about to get it cracking, and let's break down what happened in these last 2 episodes, okay? So we had some newcomers. We had Shanice and Phil. They showed up, okay? And it was not a good thing between, did I get pictures? There goes Phil. Okay, and there goes Shanice. So they were the two that came into the group the second episode, and it was very, very short-lived for Phil because Phil came with a chip on his shoulder. So apparently Bria is the one who invited him, and that's her boy. So apparently she was supposed to put a note on a certain room to reserve for him that he wanted, that he picked out when they were video timing or FaceTiming, whatever. So when he gets there, I think Nick is the one who has his room. And so he takes it upon himself to be childish and shit in the toilet and not flush. Okay, you gotta take a shit, but you didn't flush simply because he took your room that you should have been there to get in the first place. Who calls dibs through a video, first of all? And Bria, everyone should have had to smoke with Bria because Bria the one who didn't do what she was supposed to do. And she goes back to sleep while all this is happening. Look, this is your boy. You invited him. You should be trying to see what's popping and what's going on and what should be done. So anyway, when he first got there, he couldn't find the room. He gets in the room with who had the guest house, Mariah. She had the guest house, so he gets there and he was kind of like thinking he about to move with her, but he still wanted to cause drama. So everything, kind of laid down because when he came, everybody else was at the bar except Preston and Mariah, I believe, were the only two that didn't go. So when they decided to get to the bar, is still going off Bria because she's mad that Mariah pushed her. And first of all, can we talk about this little push? That I barely saw the push. I had to go back and watch it to be like, a push? You made it seem like she full forced your ass to the wall and you just knocked out and fell or something. Girl, the dramatics is real, Bria. You are a real dramatic. You and your support animal, your dog that you just wanted to bring. Just say you want to bring the damn dog. My goodness. But yeah. So that whole bit, she did not push her that hard. It is not that serious. It did not need to come to that. But I do want to say Mariah doing her affirmations with her son in the car. I love that. I live for that. I'm like, that's dope. She's a good mom. You could tell. Can someone tell me why did they have to show Silas and Jasmine bumping uglies? It was dark. Y'all didn't need to do that. We didn't need to see them bumping like rabbits. Y'all really could have saved that for somebody else who wanted to see that because I did, and I'm sure other viewers did not want to see that. We just met these people. We don't want to see them scrumping already. If we wanted to see the porn, we go to Pornhub. Anywho, Amir, he has the things for Jordan, and it seems like everyone else has a thing for Jordan now. But Amir is trying to really, really put it on thick, trying to get Jordan. As of Nick, who's playing this other side, trying to play hard to get, like he's a cool guy that don't really want the girl. That's not going to happen. Not a person like Jordan. You have nothing coming, Nick. Really. Really, really, really. Bria wants to bring her man over for the next week to spend. Now you don't got away with bringing your dog. Now you want to bring your man for the whole last week that y'all is here. That's a whole long time. You know what I'm saying? But we'll see how that goes, right? Um Jasmine, she goes from a man to a man gonna start calling the one to two. I don't know what I meant by that, but I guess Bria jumps from man to man. I don't know what that meant by that. I gotta start taking better notes because I just be talking mess and high and watching the show. And plus, it was 2 weeks ago, so I'm behind. Um, but yeah, Jordan did say Amir's gonna have to up the ante. I don't know what he think he's doing, but he's gonna have to do a lot more if he's trying to get Jordan. You gotta believe Jordan is not even sexually active at the moment. She has closed legs and Amir, do you really think that you can handle that? Because I feel like you really just try to get her to get between her legs. So if you're not gonna get between her legs, then why are you even trying to get her? Like, don't play yourself at this point. Um, the moon mass. First of all, I really, really, really appreciate Mariah for doing this moon mass. I'm very intrigued by all of this type of stuff. So I thought it was really dope. And apparently nobody else did. Everybody else was tired, not feeling it, see that Mariah is a person that feels energy, and she felt that shit when they were not paying attention and not even moved by it. And I felt it too. Even by looking, I wasn't even there and I could feel the energy. And it was pure black and very disrespectful. And I completely understand why she felt the way that she felt going into the next day, feeling how she felt. And that's probably why Bria got her little poop, which was nothing. But she could have did a lot more for how y'all really acted and played her at her moon mask. And I really would have liked to saw more of that. But nobody was entertained or intrigued by it. So I guess the editing that didn't make the cut. But that was really foul how y'all did her. All of y'all actually. Jasmine kind of felt for her, but they didn't show Jasmine really feeling in the moment either. I feel like they all was just ready to go out or do whatever that they were trying to do, whatever they decided to do afterwards, go to sleep, whatever they did. But I felt that was real disrespectful. Yeah, I feel like the group shitted on her moon ass. Shanice shows up and they kind of like her, but when she get there here in person, he he did all of this stuff online. First of all, Nick, I haven't even got to the third episode, but we find out that they got a girlfriend. So if you got a whole girlfriend, why are you trying to jump in everybody in their mama's DMs that's in the house? Like, dude, I thought you was real cool at first, but you starting to really rub me the wrong way. Like you're not too cool for school, honey. Just calm down. Just calm down. Um, Bria, your dog. Your dog, your dog, your dog. I know that you love your dog. And I know that your dog is like your child, but your dog's towels should not be with community towels. That is freaking disgusting and gross. Period. On any level. Disgusting. And the fact that you don't even have any type of anything for anyone who don't like dogs or any of that nature, don't like pets, period. Like you just don't care. All you care about is your dog. Milo, I understand. You should. That's your baby. But really, your dog stuff do not belong in the community stuff. That's gross. Your dog licks his ass and everything else and eats stuff off the floor and licks stuff and it's nasty. Don't do that. Please. Um, Lord Child. And I got a picture of this one. Well, Mariah said Nick looked like a Nickelodeon splat. And he do. I laughed way too hard at that. I got it instantly. And if you old school, you gotta be old school to really know, to understand the splat. I mean, you've got the Nickelodeon logo, which is a splat, but it's different. When you're old school, you get it more. And that was the funniest thing I have ever heard in my entire life. I swear, for goodness, I just do. Um, So Bria was mad that Shanice left with the guys when things went left between her and Mariah. And I do feel Bria on that. If you my homegirl and you see things happening, no matter what, you should be there for me. Whether you think I'm in the wrong or the right, you should be there for me. You shouldn't have left to go kick it with the boys or whatever you did. Like, dang, where's the girl? Where's the girl code? That was messed up. I mean, it didn't have to be that serious where Brie had to remove herself from sitting next to Shanice at the table and all of that stuff. But I do feel Bria on that. She's got the points there on that one. Bria was pissed at the club once Mariah showed up with Preston and Phil. She was heated. Like, it was over for her at that. She couldn't enjoy herself, concentrate on nothing. She was so focused on the fact of Mariah being there and what Mariah did, and nobody did nothing. Like, girl, you be doing stuff to get people mad at you and want to F you up. So you're lucky you haven't been yet, honestly, because you don't did 1, 2, 3 things already that don't piss me off. So you bet they all a better one than me. Jasmine and Jordan had a moment because Jasmine wasn't, I guess, coming to Ria's defense. Yep. But Jasmine says she feels Mariah only advocate and she knows she's going through something. However, no, that does not justify. So I just feel that Jasmine is the one who you know what, maybe she is actually struggling. People made a point to make fun of the fact that she keeps saying, oh, I need to learn how to navigate my relationships now that I'm married and all of this other stuff. And I think she is actually struggling with that, but I think she's making it a bigger deal that it has to be. I mean, you just have to continue to be your friend. And if something's going on between your husband and your friend, that's when you have to navigate. You shouldn't have to navigate before that. I mean, if your husband's got a problem with your friend, then that's your husband's problem. Because Silas needs to realize that you were Jasmine before Silas, and you were Jasmine with Jordan before Silas, and Jordan and Jasmine were before Silas came along. So, I mean, yeah, you're a married woman. You can't go out every night with Jordan and have all this going on, but it's cool. So now that we're on the point of going out, how did y'all feel about the whole she's not allowed to get free drinks for men while she's going out? Is that really a problem? I understand that's the catch-22, and I really don't know how to feel about that. For me, I know I'm not going to do anything, so I feel it's fine if I get the drink. Obviously, letting the man know that, look, this is not a conversation piece. Nothing's going to go from you getting me this drink. If you want to buy me a drink, you buy me a drink. I'm married. You know, clearly you should be wearing your ring, loud and proud. So if men still at the age where they looking at a woman's hand to see if she's married or not, that's just you don't need to be messing with that man. He ain't on the grown enough level to understand that if he buy you a drink, it's just a drink. Okay? So you need to learn that first and foremost. Let's learn that. What else? Yeah, Alex and Amir get into it with Phil. So at the end of it all, Alex and Amir get into it with Phil because after everyone has came home, this is episode 2. After episode 2, everyone came home and Amir and Alex get into it with Phil. Like this, the shit is still lingering in the toilet as we speak at this moment, right? So, and it's just, Phil was just doing the most. So they have to have a whole entire house meeting, about Phil and how he's acting, because Amir looked like he was about ready to rough him up. Amir was like, look, kudos to Phil for that, because he handled that. But they had a meeting and it was unanimous that Phil had to go. So was it that night or that next morning? Was it the next morning? Phil had to bounce. And I was like, dang, that was quick. And so due to that, and Bria's still in her feelings, and now she's talking about she doesn't feel comfortable around Mariah and all of this other stuff. So if Phil has to go, Mariah should have to go. And so Jasmine, being the gracious hostess, she didn't want to do it, but yeah, she told Mariah that she had to go because Bria wasn't feeling comfortable. Mariah, I think Mariah understood, but we all know that's still some bullshit. And because she wasn't crying that Mariah needed to go until Phil left. Now she's just like, okay. So I thought that was really messed up. I hope there's a reunion so Mariah can address Bria for that because that would be so dope. And that was the end of episode 2. So episode 3, Amir took charge when Phil came back, and it's just literally the whole thing continued. And Jordan with the "I appreciate you, black man," that was dope that she said that. A lot of women don't say that enough to our black men, and we really need to do better than that, y'all. But Phil was kind of cool. Before he left, he did have a fun, cool moment. He wanted to bet if Jordan can catch Milo. Like, he is such a kid. And the way Jordan came for Phil, though, like, Jordan did not back down. She was all up in it. Like, she did not care. She was ready for that war. She was calling him a bitch in his face and all of that. I'm like, Jordan, I didn't know you were that way. I was like, get him, Jordan, get him. I love me some Jordan. I think she's probably my favorite in the group so far that I can think. So Phil had the timeout when he was at the house meeting. Silo wanted everyone to hold a football. That didn't go. So the meeting was at the beginning of this episode, and so Amir now is on the door while Shanice is in the bathroom, and he's knocking on the door to get in, and Shanice is in there. So she says, "Come in," but he heard her say that he knows someone was in there, so he didn't go in. So when he didn't come in, she comes out. The girl is completely topless and didn't even care. Liberating. Completely liberating. They're just boobs. Exactly. So who had got the look? Amir and Preston was like, what? Preston is gay, but even though he looked like and Amir looked like he wanted to take a bite out of her with his eyes, but his eyes was set on Jordan. That's what he said. He said he would have took a bite out of that, but his eyes is set on Jordan. So he ain't trying to mess up nothing because his eyes is set on Jordan. I can't wait to see how that ends with them because really, let's just say I wrote, the more I watch, the more I like Alex. Yeah, so I'm starting to like Alex more and more. And more I was like standoffish because the first time we meet him, the first thing he want to talk about, no pork on his fork, and he's all green and all that. I'm like, oh shit, this is what we about to hear about all fucking season from this dude. But no, so but he's cool. But the way he was acting towards Shanice brought me back to that. I'm like, okay, maybe you do think you too good for somebody or something. And so the whole thing with Shanice, though, he's tripping over the fact that he heard that she used to stalk her ex-boyfriend and all of this stuff. So her ex-boyfriend was an actor on oh my goodness, Insecure. Okay, that was just on HBO with Issa Rae. So apparently they broke up and he did an interview bashing her, talking she was stalking him and all of this stuff. But she had her own spin on things, and even the girls in the group was like, that ain't even cool. That ain't even right. That's not how it went down. And I totally believe Shanice. I believe that was some BS. It really was. There's a whole article about it. I'll bring it up next time. But it was nothing. Like, really? I don't know what he wanted to bash her like that for. She wasn't even, known at the time. No one knew who she was, but you just wanted to just, oh, I'm being stalked. Like, you're so great or something. Like, dude, you ain't even all of that. Amir and Jordan had a one-on-one. He's really trying with her. I like that he is trying. He's taking an initiative. At least for me, because men who try to holler at me, they ain't trying to do none of that. And so I respect that. He's really trying. he's trying to get to know her, talk to her, not just like, let's go get a drink and hang out. No, let me talk to you over here. Let's have a one-on-one. Let's get to know each other and about you. And I like that. So I'm rooting for Amir to get Jordan, actually, maybe. Yeah, I am. Yeah, we talked about the whole can accept drinks from a guy. I think I'm really catch-22 on that. I understand, size, you don't want no man buying your woman drinks. She can buy her own, and you can give her the money to buy her own while she there. I get that. And the reason why a man buys a drink is too. So yeah, I get that. So yeah, you can't get drinks. I mean, Jordan can. Maybe she can get the drink for you, but directly from his hand to yours, no. But maybe Jordan can get a man to buy you some drinks, and she brings back one back to you. That's different. There was no direct contact. So yeah, you can do it. And then at the very end of the episode that mattered to me most was Nick is wild. He got a whole girl and he's sliding into everyone's DM. So yeah, until the end of this third episode, we had no idea that Nick even had a girl. And I guess there's something about his preference in women. I'm guessing they thinking that he go for the white girls, and he's trying not to, I guess. We're going to have to dig more on that. They did say something about it, but I can't remember because it was last week. But the new episode comes on tonight, and I promise I will not wait a whole nother week to do this episode. Try to get my affairs in order. I'm trying to do a lot more shows. If you are watching this today, Sunday, please be sure to tune in tonight at 10/9 Central Time for Love and Marriage Huntsville Review. It was a good-ass episode. So me, Dina, a.k.a. Christina, and my Afro Mama will be breaking it down and getting into some things. Be sure to check. I may be doing a variety hour a little bit earlier this evening, depending on how I'm feeling by the time I get back from where I'm going out. Happy Sunday. I hope everyone enjoyed this. Please make sure you like and subscribe and tell your friends about me and all the great things that I be. This is Confessions of a Reality Queen. This channel is not for children. So if you are a child, you need to be asking for permission from your mamas and your papas and your guardian or whoever that resides over your life. Okay? Now I got to go and I'm going to get up on out of here. I'm out this nasty thing.